We could create truly unbelievable lives for ourselves that are completely even unimaginable. So it is like a challenge that's really, really worth overcoming.
Bruh.
So why did we choose to use the term superintelligence? The reason is that superintelligence is meant to convey something that's not just like an AGI. With AGI, we said, well, you have something kind of like a person, kind of like a coworker. Superintelligence is meant to convey something far more capable than that. Mm-hmm. When you have such a capability, it's like, can we even imagine how it will be? But without question, it's going to be unbelievably powerful. It could be used to solve incomprehensibly hard problems if it is used well. If we navigate the challenges that superintelligence poses, we could radically improve the quality of life. But the power of superintelligence is so vast. So the concerns. The concern number one has been expressed a lot, and this is the scientific problem of alignment. Mm-hmm. You might want to think of it from as an analog to nuclear safety. You know, you build a nuclear reactor, you want to get the energy, you need to make sure that it won't melt down even if there's an earthquake and even if someone tries to, I don't know, smash a truck into it.
Yep.
So this is the superintelligence safety, and it must be addressed in order to contain the vast power of the superintelligence. This is called the alignment problem. One of the suggestions that we had in the post was an approach that an international organization could do to create various standards at this very high level of capability. And I want to make this other point, you know, about the post and also about our CEO, Sam Altman, congressional testimony, where he advocated for regulation of AI. The intention is primarily to put rules and standards of various kinds on the very high level of capability. You know, you could maybe start looking at GPT-4, but that's not really what is interesting, what is relevant here, but something which is vastly more powerful than that. When you have a technology so powerful, it becomes obvious that you need to do something about this power. So that's the first concern, the first challenge to overcome. The second challenge to overcome is that, of course, we are people, we are humans have interests. Mm-hmm. And if you have superintelligence is controlled by people, well, who knows what's going to happen? I do hope that at this point we will have the superintelligence itself try to help us solve the challenging world that it creates. This is no longer an unreasonable thing to say. Like, if you imagine a superintelligence that indeed sees things more deeply than we do, much more deeply, can understand reality better than us, we could use it to help us solve the challenges that it creates. Then there is the third challenge, which is the challenge maybe of natural selection. You know what the Buddhists say, that change is the only constant. So even if you do have your superintelligences in the world, and they are all, we've managed to solve alignment, we've managed to solve, no one wants to use them in very destructive ways, we've managed to create a life of unbelievable abundance, which really, like, not just material abundance, but health, longevity, like all the things we don't even try dreaming about because they're so obviously impossible. If you've got to this point, then there is the third challenge of natural selection. Things change. You know that natural selection applies to ideas, to organizations, and that's a challenge as well. Maybe the Neuralink solution of people becoming part AI will be one way we will choose to address this. I don't know. But I would say that this kind of describes my concern. And specifically, just as the concerns are big, if we manage, it is so worthwhile to overcome them. Because then we could create truly unbelievable lives for ourselves that are completely even unimaginable. So it is like a challenge that's really, really worth overcoming.